It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Coming up next.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums in the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. A good one coming up here in the NFC North. So great to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, love this division. Geographic proximity, legacy, physicality. It's all that you love about football, and all the teams in this division really have some positives going for their franchises.
I think this is one of the more intriguing divisions across the entire league, right? On one hand, Mike, you have Detroit, you have Green Bay. They have their long-term answer at quarterback, and when you have that box checked, you have a chance at the playoffs every single year. And then the other remaining teams, did Minnesota draft the quarterback of the future? Did Chicago draft their quarterback of the future? If they can answer yes to those questions, the NFC North becomes one of the top and most competitive divisions in all of NFL football.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. Fifth season quarterback, but Greg, just his second as a starter, waited his turn and had a really good first year as a starter.
Took a little while for him to get his chance to be a full-time starter, but once he got that shot, he's just never looked back. I mean, Mike, think, he's always had that powerful arm. He can push the ball up and down the field and make every throw imaginable. But that time he spent on the sideline, I think it ended up being a massive blessing in disguise. He was able to work on his game from a mental and technical standpoint with no pressure to play. And now he is reaping all the benefits.
Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Man who spent his first 7 NFL seasons here in Green Bay, here's Aaron Jones. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And after parting ways with the Packers, Jones kind of surprised some by staying in the NFC North. He signs with Minnesota, and he joins an offense that is loaded with talented skill players. So if he can continue to be the playmaker he's been throughout his career, they've got themselves a nice young group here in Minnesota, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Darnold to throw on second down. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he will go all the way. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. It's up and through. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Packers offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Nice pickup there by Jacobs, and I really like this signing this offseason, Mike. I mean, with the departure of Aaron Jones going to Minnesota, they know how important that backfield is alongside Jordan Love. Can he help this Packers offense take that next step forward? And certainly done his part so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Packers.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play, to secure that one.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Love. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Second and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He runs with it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find...
Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. But he'll gather it back in. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Darnold to throw on first down. He connects with Jordan Addison. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
If your quarterback is going to make a habit, Mike, of operating outside the numbers or the outer third of the field, you better neutralize the EMO. So what EMO stands for is the end man on the line. It could be a defensive end, a linebacker, or any walked-up perimeter player who is responsible for setting the edge. You have to get them accounted for, because if not, you better keep your quarterback in the pocket, or else you're going to suffer a lot of sacks.
So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Love. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A good play action with Love. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit. Really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
Over the middle, the tight end Musgrave.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A handoff running left, it's Jacobs. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one is caught by Reed.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The man in motion is Watson. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Love to throw it on 1st down. A quick slant looked in by Watson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one caught at the 4. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Jacobs. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
That penalty is declined.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. First and 10. Now Darnold. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Got our man, that's Sherfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing, Darnold. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds onto that ball for 1 count longer. And most likely was going to result in a sack.
Open man downfield. It's Addison. A pickup there of 25 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
To throw again is Darnold. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Darnold to the air once more. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath we've seen a few times, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and
the pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. Immediately back in the attack mode, continuing to take the fight to the defense. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now, Love. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Jacobs, 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Love. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Play fake to Jones. Oh, he coughs up the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the give, it's Jones. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Love to throw. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a yard. Here's Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this Close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You have a tight end motioning left here. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Packers will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. To throw on 1st down is Darnold. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll put Addison in motion. Darnold to throw on 1st down. There's Jefferson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll stick to the ground. And he will score! Game on! Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Riker now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Packers.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll run with Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
It is 3rd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.